Gakpo and Hugo Ekitike as we start the second half. Liverpool attack in the end where their fans are suck a bit of life into the Liverpool side now as Forest have possession again, this time down the right hand side with Gibbs White the captain, and plays the ball out wide for Hutchinson. Getting involved and the curling deep cross, and Jones was stretching at his far post there, and in the end it was missed by Hudson-Odoi beyond the far post. It was a difficult one, it came a long way, dropped from a height. Perhaps didn't see too much of it in the end.
No, I think Hudson-Odoi went off. I think Curtis Jones wasn't sure what to do. I think Hudson-Odoi will be really disappointed he hasn't taken that on his chest, because he was in.
From his reaction that he was disappointed as Gravenberch and Canati it is now that makes it a driving run forward from the back, did really well there, Canati. Now it's Salah, early ball comes in, sun in the way a little bit there as Gakpo was beyond the far post, and the Liverpool fans that end, the first thing they've had to cheer actually, they've got a corner right in front of them.
Maybe that's the way forward, Canate's just ran there 50-60 yards with the ball right the way through the middle of Forest, played the ball to Salah who put it in the far post, and like you say, the sun looks like a problem because they struggle to clear that Forest. Just a little back header for a corner that Szoboszlai will take.
Left hand side then, a couple of minutes gone second half. Liverpool with an opportunity. Szoboszlai it is who will take it. Not far touchline. Now the movement will start. Szoboszlai in towards the near post. It flicks for defender. Is it another corner? Yes.
Yeah.
Ekitike was trying to get a touch at the near post, but it flicked off a defender's head. That was a decent ball in, wasn't it?
He had a good ball into that near post. It looked like Ekitike was there first.
So Szoboszlai with a second chance. Again, Liverpool with 4 players inside the 6-yard box. Now it's 5 because Canati's joined them as well. And this is run forward really. This giving Liverpool this little bit of pressure. Szoboszlai now curled in. This time inside the 6-yard box off the head of Murillo. It's gone up in the air though and then headed away. Ekitike's trying to retrieve it, gets it wide to Szoboszlai. Curls the ball in, not enough curl on it there. Should have been watching the Winter Olympics. Headed back in by Curtis Jones.
Still traumatised for what happened last night.
Ball with Forest now who will try and break forward themselves. Good run there behind the defence by Hutchinson, and good block there by Kirkes who came across and did some good defending there. It's going to be a corner to stop the danger in the end, but that's just so how quickly Forest can break from one end of the pitch to the other.
Again, it's down the flanks, isn't it? A ball from Gibbs White, and Kirkes came across and had to get something on it because Szoboszlai was in the middle. He had 2 to mark. Kirkes managed to get a really good sliding block in. It's coming out for a corner for Forest.
Telling that Szoboszlai taking the corner, he's the first one back inside his own penalty area. Anyway, it's a corner left-hand side now. Liverpool with some defending to do themselves now, having had a corner themselves at the other end of the pitch. Corner inside the 6-yard, a good header away by Ekitike.
Yeah, it was a better corner, wasn't it, into the near post.
Comes wide again to Anderson. He took that corner. He's trying to make some space for the cross if he can. Now with Hudson-Odoi. Curtis joins us with him, still with Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Space for the cross pass if he'd wanted to, but comes wide to Hudson-Odoi again. Then the cross comes into dangerous looking one. The header flashes wide. It's so easily being open there. The big man, Milankovic, I think from the back, who got his head to it. That was a drilled ball in. Decent header, and Alisson could have done nothing about that if it had been on target.
No, he was just stood at his near post, wasn't he? Alisson, the ball came off his head so quick, couldn't move. The Liverpool keeper just stood there and watched it go wide, and it was only wide by half a yard.
Well, all the pace was on the cross, he just had to get his head to it. Salah did well there, then the ball forward. Szoboszlai again, he'll go on a sprint there, he'll put Murillo under a bit of pressure here. Gets it back to his goalkeeper. Szoboszlai continues. Oh, and then the poor clearance only as far as Mo Salah, into the penalty area. It's a poor ball back in. Again, just an opportunity then.
It's a great opportunity. Liverpool win it on the edge. They've got 4 lads up there and the ball's given away so cheaply.
Szoboszlai was who chased it down and then put the pressure on the goalkeeper, and the mistake came. Can't do it all by himself. Van Dijk. McAllister back to Van Dijk again. Inside the centre circle. 5 minutes gone. Second half. Full exclusive look at radio commentary here on Talksport Merseyside. And Liverpool, after a poor first half, one terrific save by Alisson, kept him in it very early on. goals to the break. Liverpool will be much better in this second half. Need to be. Canate. Szoboszlai around the corner past there to Curtis Jones. Looks up, didn't see too much movement ahead of him. To the feet of McAllister. Now Szoboszlai again, comes wide to Salah. Szoboszlai again. Jones. Canate. Back to Alisson. Van Dijk under pressure. Angled ball looking for Salah. Wide right hand side. Williams back pedals and heads the ball, but only as far as Szoboszlai there, who wins the loose ball and then wins himself a throw. Takes it quickly back as far as Curtis Jones. Jones, space in front of him if he wants to try and drive forward here. Does so, but a very slow pace.
Cody Gakpo's stood right out there.
Szoboszlai finds him with an inch perfect pass. Gakpo now, what can he do? Two defenders forcing him in field. Back to Gravenberg. Perkins has drifted out wide now to that space that Gakpo was in. That's where the ball will go now, doesn't it? Comes back as far as Van Dijk. Now Perkins has come deeper. Midway inside the Forest half to collect it. Back to Van Dijk again. The end of the ball, just a slow, short passing at the moment. Not getting them anywhere. Looking for some movement ahead of him. Forest are back in shape here and closing down the angles, making it difficult for Liverpool to play forward. Canate, who's terrific run forward at the start of this second half, was good, and that's a decent ball in towards McAllister. His shot is blocked away, only as far as Salah. Back to Curtis Jones, now with Szoboszlai. Looking for Curtis Jones inside the box. What can Curtis Jones do now on his left foot? There's too many bodies in front of him in the end, and it's scrambled away, but that was a little bit better by Liverpool.
Yeah, there was two sides of goal there, really. One from McAllister and one from Curtis Jones. Both blocked by Forest, but it's the first time we've seen Liverpool up in any sort of attacking area inside the box.
Jones wins the ball back on halfway now for Liverpool. And he's looking for his options. Shot to Szoboszlai, but comes back across Canate, who a couple of times now he ran forward, and it was his pass forward early that produced that little passage of play that almost got McAllister and Jones in for shots on target. Szoboszlai to Salah now. McAllister's got ahead of him. It's back to Curtis Jones again, then Salah back towards halfway. He's trying to move Forest around a little bit as Van Dijk picks one out away towards Gakpo, chests the ball. Now he's forced back towards halfway though, under pressure though. Cody Gakpo goes to ground, wins a free kick. A little bit more purpose about Liverpool at the start of this second.
Yeah, there is. Keeping the ball a little bit better, making Forest chase. Just something they didn't do at all in the first half.
Van Dijk again. Trying to make space for himself, then McAllister. Pass to Canate, Jones, Salah. Towards Szoboszlai, then goes for the return, trying to get away from Williams. Cover comes in on the far side, but again, give and go. That's not a bad thing to do. Turn the defender.
It was all right. Little touch and a run from Salah. He was in. Murillo had read it. He came across and just put it out for a throw in.
Good possession again. Szoboszlai involved. Gakpo is holding that left touchline at the moment. Canate finds him now, and Gakpo now cuts in field. It's the penalty area, still with Cody Gakpo. It's a curling ball, looking for Salah on the far post, sets the ball in field, and then turned towards the goal line by Curtis Jones and scrambled away from danger. But again, that was a good switch of play by Liverpool, and it almost worked.
Well, we've seen that a few times where Gakpo comes on his right and finds Mo Salah on that far post, his little head back. I thought Curtis Jones had turned it in. But again, there was a Forest player just in front of him, got a block. It's another.
Just from over there, they've gone past the Forest player, but
yeah, it's another little half chance.
Well, he's everywhere. Szoboszlai, doesn't he? He really has taken control of the midfield, hasn't he? Towards Zakatike, I haven't seen too much of him. Got no service at all in the first half, but hopefully with the possession. Pull with Canate, now with Curtis Jones, who scored last weekend from inside the 6-yard box. So we've got another one there, so a little back in there by Salah to Zakatike. Turns and gets himself away from the defender, but back to Szoboszlai now. Salah's got a bit of space, left edge of the penalty area, turns the ball across the 6-yard box, and the ball is cleared away from danger. Ball bounces over Curtis Jones's head, cleared away, but only as far as Szoboszlai, who's muscled out of it in the end, the ball out for a throw.
Yeah, but good play again, wasn't it?
So they made the space then, didn't they, for Salah to run into. Yeah.
I think the ones who looked more likely, Liverpool in this second half. Oh, it's a good save actually by the keeper. It wasn't the player who blocked it, it was the goalkeeper with his legs. From Curtis Jones from that little nod back from
So
Salah.
very unlucky in the end. Kirkes. Almost a little bit short there by Kirkes, but Allison calm enough to get himself out of trouble. Yeah, there were defenders in the way, you couldn't really see from where we were situated. But on the replay, just say that was a good effort by Liverpool, and Jones always put Liverpool had to try and get trouble there for once. And she was line got a 50-50 challenge on his right foot for his pains. Curtis Jones there trying to get Salah in play. Salah still down this right hand touchline, trying to throw, but he's getting in more one-on-one situations, isn't he?
He's getting more and more into it, Salah.
Jones to Szoboszlai again. Mr. Curtis Jones. Salah's still free wide if they want to play it that way. Szoboszlai's gone the other way. Now Canate. Jones. Forrest back Liverpool, just not quite sure how far up to press then, and they paid Liverpool a space to get it to Alisson, and then Gakpo tied to the left hand touchline. Kirkes goes back towards Van Dijk. Now he is being pressed. He's back as far as Alisson. Again, 12 minutes gone second half, still Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Full exclusive local commentary on Total Sport on a Sunday afternoon. Don't forget we've got online commentary on the BBC football pages. Liverpool against Everton, Women's FA Cup 5th round tie being played in St Helens, 4:30 kickoff for that one. Liverpool now starting just to win a few of those second balls, aren't they?
To the ball, second half certainly.
Salah, right hand side. Jones has gone on the overlap. Salah finds him. So with Curtis Jones, he might come back to Salah here. Tries to do 1-2 with McAllister, gets behind the defence, and then good defending by Williams, back as far as Salah again on his faded left foot, turns infield, still with Mo Salah. So, when I said something, we almost found Ekitike, but good movement by Salah, good movement by Ekitike, good defending there by Forrest, who will break now with Hudson-Odoi. Saw his pace in the first half, Liverpool getting players behind the ball just to check his stride. Comes back towards halfway now with Anderson, but not dictating the play the way they were in the first half, not in Forest.
No, they're not. It's been all Liverpool second half. They've come out moving the ball a little bit quicker. They look a little bit sharper towards the ball as well. Which begs the question, why didn't they do it in the first half then?
Well, they're doing it together now rather than as individuals, which I think was probably the case in the first period.
They've been better with the ball as well, haven't they? Yeah, they've been a little bit more.
Good interception.
More reliable with the ball.
Now McAllister, it's a decent ball by Gakpo. What can McAllister do now? Drives towards Sangara, getting back with him. Just dwelt on the ball too long, really, McAllister.
He was looking for a pass.
Just well to keep the ball in play on that far side, and then offside is Gakpo on that far side. So it's a pretty free kick to Nottingham Forest. It's almost as if the change Liverpool had to make when Wirtz got injured and Liverpool played Jones, as if now they've had a team talk about the shape and apparently everybody now knows what they're going to do rather than the way they've gone out to set up before the game started.
I mean, there has been a little shuffle, hasn't there, about when it wasn't working, so Curtis Jones has gone to right back and Szoboszlai's gone in midfield. There's obviously little things that'll change there.
It's a poor ball by Mo Salah there after Liverpool had again sort of broken the press. Fulham have taken the lead at Sunderland by a goal to 0. And Raul Jimenez has got that one. It's one of the goals, Palace and Wolves. That was the 2 o'clock kickoff. And Spurs and Arsenal. It's the 4:30. It's our 4:30 game. Liverpool Everton women the FA Cup. Commentary online on the BBC Sports football pages of that one as Annika Williams tries to get forward, but Szoboszlai is in the right back position there. Thought he'd won himself the throw, but hasn't done. It's going to be a Forest throw. We know that Ain has got a long throw, don't we, from the first half? So.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he didn't come over and take it.
Liverpool will have to defend their penalty area as well from this one as they did in the first half. They've had just past the hour mark here. Forest 0, Liverpool 0. At half time, Liverpool were thankful, I think, to go in goals in the first half. But need to defend just as well now from this long throw from the Forest right back. Now he fools us all by taking a short one. Back as far as Murillo. Liverpool need to come out and meet the ball now. Gets the edge of the penalty area. Anderson. Now the angle ball by Williams. Jones is underneath it. Can only have the ball out for a throw. And this time, I think this might be a long one from Maynard. No, he didn't get there in time. And Snedoy takes it. And he can curl the cross. It's a decent looking one. Headed away there by Gravenberg. Ekatike does well to control and get it now. His long legs get going. Shows his pace. His shed's being tugged all the way. Well, that's going to be a free kick. And he...
Do you know what? It's almost a goal scorer.
It is almost, isn't it? Yeah, because he got away from the defender.
He's got away and Salah's in the middle there for an easy ball when he gets away.
I mean, there was one defender there, but I think a pass would have taken him out of it, wouldn't it?
Well, you can see he's going away from people.
Yeah,
before he's pulled.
Gets himself booked for that one, quite rightly so, but yeah, as you say, Craig, that was almost a standing off in other circumstances, wasn't it? But again, that's the quality there, we're sure of Ekatike's ability to control and then be really strong and power away from defenders.
Yeah, that's what we haven't seen enough of that, have we, this afternoon?
So a free kick which Szoboszlai's going to take 10 or 15 yards inside the Forest half, right footed, curls it towards the penalty spot. It's a little flick header on by McAllister, and well, there wasn't enough on it really to give anybody a chance of getting on the end of it, and it wasn't goal down either.
He was trying to get it on target, he was just trying to flick it on. How many times have we seen a ball? McAllister, one of the smallest people in there,
gets on the end of it.
He's got a really good leap on him, times has jumped well. One couldn't control that one.
Yeah, didn't want to direct goalwards, it was sort of coming across him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Forest doing what Liverpool were doing in the first half time. Played across their own penalty area. And like Forest, Liverpool have won the ball back now and halfway with Kurdi, but he's giving the ball away. McAllister trying to win it, and then Szoboszlai did get caught there with a challenge, it looked like it. No, says Anthony Taylor, it's been a few of those this afternoon as well. Snedoy attacking Curtis Jones, gets away from him. Konate comes across now. Anderson's made a good forward run, but he's behind him, and then Konate's just too strong for Snedoy. Now Szoboszlai just can't get it forward for Salah almost. That was good, strong defending there by Ibrahima Konate.
Yeah, it was. I think he's got that in his memory bank from Hudson-Odoi pushing him over in the first half, and he got nothing for it.
So let a few things go that you wouldn't expect Anthony Taylor, and hasn't given some that you'd expect him to give. It's been I won't say an erratic display, but difficult to call his decision making. Liverpool deep in their own half here with Curtis Jones, who's under pressure from Anderson. This is a clever ball in field to Konate, and then Gravenberg, his first touch missed out, and then that causes problems. He not on his best afternoon as Ryan Gravenberg. Now, Hutchison against Kirkes. Kirkes has done well to shield him away from goal so far. Now Aina's crossing towards the far post. A few oohs and ahs there, but it flicked on the top of the netting and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was one of them, wasn't it, where you see mishit crosses dip into that far corner as it was played back to him, and he just whips it in without even looking. Aina. And they give Allison a little cause for concern. I think that's all it was. It was over by a couple of feet, but landed on the roof of the net.
An example of the slightly better defending by Kirkes now, as he was able to force the ball wide, wasn't he? Didn't let the forward turn towards goal. And again, Forest thinking they might have had a free kick, but don't. Jones down the tip. So I've seen a few of those just catching people after the ball has gone.
I mean, you can't moan at that one. It's a free kick. Curtis has passed the ball.
Curtis Jones is okay, but they're just quite painful in the first instance when they just catch you just above the ankle, aren't they? And Forest thinking about a substitution here. Certainly they've not had the control in the second half they had in the first, so as you mentioned, that long trip to Turkey and how might it affect them. They pressed high and worked really hard in that first half.
They haven't been the same after in the second half though.
Not the same energy in the press, I don't think. Liverpool have been a bit more controlled in possession. Konate. Way by Milenkovic. Ekatike trying to turn on the edge of the penalty area, but tacked away by TK again. Fulham have got a second at Sunderland. They need 2-0. And Jimenez got the first goal. Has now scored from the penalty spot.
How can you give that well? That's unbelievable.
What's that back on the highlights? The assistant.
Well, Nico Williams has just slid in, won the ball, kicked it out of play. It's clear as day. And the assistant has given it the other way and said it come off him.
He said it took a touch. Yes.
It's unbelievable how bad it was. Salah was nowhere near him.
So we're going to hit the substitutions anyway. And Tsudoy, he is going to come off. Hasn't been as effective in the second half, certainly. Pallendoy is going to go on in place of him. And Delaney Bakwa is going to join the action as well. And Omari Hutchinson, the player, is going to come off. So the two wide players who caused Liverpool certainly a lot of problems with their pace engine in the first half, they've come off. So presumably that's like for like.
Yeah, it'll be exactly like for like. No change to their system.
But more energy.
Yeah.
So 21 minutes gone in the second half. Still no goals in this one. Liverpool, you need to win this one. Try and take advantage of Chelsea's problems yesterday against Burnley. McAllister, controlled by him to get it under possession, and then feels like he's being fouled from behind, and frustration for Pereira there on the touchline.
I don't know how he thinks that's not a foul. It's a clear foul.
Bamberg. So his left hand side, now with Van Dijk. And Liverpool just step up the pace again, just get that rhythm going. Then they have the start of this second half, and Jones with a good save out of the goalkeeper after good play by Liverpool, and they switched play.
The switch is on all the time.
Szoboszlai again, yeah. And Kekpo wide left hand side. Kirkes just behind and inside him at the moment as Kekpo starts possession, goes back as well as Gravenberg. They changed the direction of play, but then changed his mind and comes in field to Szoboszlai. Van Dijk will change it then, right to Milos Kirkes, wide left hand side. 10 yards from the goal line, left hand side. Heads towards the corner flag, then checks back, picks out Gravenberg again, who has done that a few times today, where he's just not controlled the ball. Szoboszlai goes wide now to Kirkes again. Kekpo made a forward run, comes back to Szoboszlai again. Looking forward, looking for what his options are. Back towards Canate, plenty of space for Salah down the right-hand touchline, but Canate goes into the space, makes even more space for Salah. Faced by two players, little chip ball in, but doesn't find Ekatiki with it. That's the ball you were talking about in the first half as well, when it doesn't find its destination. Nico Williams heads towards his own goal line and then clears it away. Szoboszlai with a touch, and what he felt, and Scott thinks perhaps the crowd gave that one, not the referee.
Yeah, no, I think he felt under pressure there because he hadn't given a couple, and the crowd had a little bit of a pop at him. He gets worse and worse the more I see him, Andy Taylor. He really does.
One of the first people on that top list, isn't he?
It's incredible as well.
Yeah, which is surprising.
I mean, he hasn't been helped by this landing down here. Yeah, he's been so poor.
Battling by Liverpool again now with McAllister, who goes into a 50-50 but comes out of it now. Szoboszlai back as far as Canate. It's a decent ball forward again. That's a lovely layup by McAllister now. Szoboszlai is driving forward, goes wide to Mo Salah. Players trying to get inside the penalty area. Salah plays it back as far as Curtis Jones. Little chip ball forward, perhaps wasn't the best option in those circumstances. Liverpool still, it's a bit too obvious from Canate, I think that's a stupid one.
When they are fouls, the fouls aren't they? It's a stupid one.
He just needed to stand behind the player then, and then he was going nowhere. He had his back to his own goal.
I mean, it's just a stupid foul.
Yeah. I remember the penalty at Leeds.
That was ridiculous.
Yes. So every now and again, Canate has that in his memory bank. It's a memory he wants to get rid of. Curtis Jones trying to win it there, and again, he was just too strong for the Forest player then, that's all, when he fell on the ball. So Szoboszlai's over it. plays it forward then. Now with Gravenberch, Ryan Gravenberch today. That's what he does, simply goes through a couple and then just...
See, that's a foul as well.
Yeah.
So when he burst past him, there was a little leg that came out that knocked him off his stride and allowed the defender to get in.
Now Murillo driving forward. Bit of space now for backward, and it's an awful shot. It's the first time we've seen Forest forward for a while. 20 minutes left in this one. Still Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Craig will be around to take your calls after the game. 0800 731 9333. In the studio to ensure everything smoothly. Some of his first touch took it the wrong way, but the ball's gone out for a little throw in the end. Curtis Jones will take it. Have Liverpool got enough to find a win, do you think, in this one? There's not been clear opportunities for Forest in the first half, despite their dominance, and for Liverpool in the second half, really, as well. Just that one save.
Yeah, they've had a couple of sights, haven't they, of the goal. They've certainly got up much more than they did in the first half. You would hope with 20 minutes plus left, they'd be able to fashion a few chances.
Salah, that's really good. Gets away from Nico Williams. Now what can Mo Salah do? Williams has got back with it, but Salah goes on and then felt he was obstructed. Well, he had the chance there, perhaps to play a ball in the box there. Salah didn't when he got in the clear.
He's not going to get that more, is he?
I mean, great skill to get away from the defender, but he caught up with him.
Yeah, he did. He did put his hands out and just pushed him a little bit there. You can see, but Mo gave it up, didn't he? Because the touch was too.
His touch had taken it too far ahead.
Yeah, but we've seen penalties given for that. So there was a penalty given Man City.
Yes.
When the lads kicked it out of play, Alisson's took him out. It's a foul, but the ball's out of play. You can't score from it.
Yeah. Quite right, Craig. Anderson underneath the ball, heads it forward. Szoboszlai.
So it shouldn't really matter, should it, where the touch goes?
No.
But it does.
No.
Sometimes.
Well,
sometimes.
I mean, it's like fouls getting in the middle of the pitch, and if it's inside the penalty area, go with him, So, I mean, we see it all the time. Kirkis will take the throw then. 10 yards inside.
That's a foul throw.
First half. And then Szoboszlai back to the goalkeeper. Szoboszlai again. Well, he waited for the whistle and
that was a dangerous thing to do.
He shouldn't have done that.
No.
Szoboszlai. I think it was a foul, but I wouldn't trust
the
foul going your way. Canate. Looking for his options here. He's got 4 wide shirts ahead of him, but it comes wide to Jones in the end. Now Szoboszlai. Again, Gakpo is talking that left-hand touchline all by himself. Kirkis has come in field to occupy Aina. Now Jones again. As far as Canate. Salah's come deep for the ball. And Canate can't find Ekitike with it. And they'll go back to his goalkeeper. Another Forest substitution. Nicholas Dominguez is going to join the action very, very shortly as Pereira makes the changes, get some fresh legs out there. Long trip might start to tell them in the final 17 or 18 minutes. And Liverpool just up the pace a little bit and stretch Forest more at the back. Canate. Jones. It was Forest's first half, it's been Liverpool's second, certainly, there's no doubt about that. Van Dijk. McAllister. It's a ball that wasn't easy for him to collect, and Forest have the ball back now. Ball played wide to Williams down the left-hand touchline. Plays the ball forward there, back as far as Williams again from Bakwa. Anderson. Murillo. Now it's all Forest players pressing inside the Liverpool half. Anderson. Might be a double substitution for Forest as well. I think Nico is getting ready as well. So good defending there by Canate. Wants the ball back for Liverpool. Just drop their pace a little bit here, Liverpool.
Yeah, they've just been a little bit slow with the ball, haven't they? Just too happy to keep it around the back. Just drop the pace a little bit, definitely.
Yeah. Where Ngama is going to join the action. And Chiesa as well, so they'll make a couple of substitutions, just fresh legs, bit of pace certainly, and quality from the going way. Momoa definitely can do something a little bit different. Jones, Szoboszlai, Jones again, has to go to Salah wide. So with Mo Salah, back to Jones again. All the subs waiting to get on the pitch. Salah, little chip ball in. And McAllister couldn't lay the ball off. But they're trying to press high there, Liverpool. And Williams there. Salah waited for the back heel. It came, but he couldn't collect it. And then Forest back towards their goalkeeper. So Liverpool just 2 wins in the last 8 in the Premier League. Forest have drawn the last 3 home games here. It's 0-0 at the moment as we enter the final 15 minutes. That's a good switch of play. They did lots of that in the first half, did Forest. And frustration there because back on that far side couldn't collect it. But we saw that throughout the first half, didn't we? But not so much from Forest in the second half.
No, we had hardly anything from Forest in the second half. Dominguez and Luca look like they're coming on.
So Elliot Anderson is one of the players who's going to come off. Dominguez in place of him. Lorenzo Luca, the other player who will come on as well. And it's going to be Igor Jesus who's going to come off in place of him. So we can sort of argue 2 of their most creative players and their finisher coming off.
I'm surprised they took someone from the engine room off Anderson, who's been really good today. That's a bit of a surprise.
Liverpool sub now, so Mo Salah's one of the players who's going to come off. So Salah's going to come off. And Rio Moore is going to come on in place of him. He's been okay today, Mo Salah. Not had too much possession. Second half much better. But a change for Liverpool. Salah comes off and Rio Ongumo goes on. Shake of the hands of Arne Slot. Cody Gakpo, the other player to come off. So both sides changing their wide players in the second half, certainly.
Yeah, it looks like Chiesa is going to play right side, then Gamo is going to play left.
Surprised at that at all, or?
A little bit. I thought Mo was getting into the game.
Yeah, I thought he was down this near side.
Influential and brought him off at a time where he was getting into the game.
As if he might create something or do something special. Smile on his face there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Chiesa fan. He runs about, but
I mean, Ungamo for
Ungamo's got a little bit. You can see that if he gets 1v1, he can make things happen.
There's just that little bit of the unexpected perhaps he might bring to the game.
Yeah. Just open him up, when it's tight and you need someone to go past someone to open it up, he can certainly do that.
So it's going to be a Forest throw midway inside the Liverpool half. And, you were talking before, weren't you, about sort of like for like substitutions from Arne Slot, perhaps rather than just sometimes just changing it up a little bit.
Well, he never changes the system, does he? They always play the same way. It's just a wide man will come off and a wide man will go on, or centre forward will come off, centre forward will go on.
McAllister there thought he got caught and he's gone down in a heap.
Well, I think he has got caught. I'm not sure Andy Taylor's seen it and he's only 5 yards away from it.
So he's not too serious, and he's in a lot of pain, Alexis McAllister, at the moment. It's one of those where you stand on the...
Yeah, he stood right on the top of his foot,
isn't it? Poor control, and then McAllister steals it and gets caught.
Yeah.
So that's not too serious. Well, in fact, it started actually.
Started just below his knee.
Below his knee, yeah.
Right down his leg.
Yeah, that's not a good challenge.
No.
And McAllister certainly felt that, so let's hope he's going to be okay. That should be a yellow card. It was a poor control of the Forest player that caused the problem in the first place. And, McAllister gets up. There's going to be a Liverpool free kick. What can we do with this?
And the big men are going forward.
Yeah, Van Dijk and Canati making their way forward now. Suppose like taking control of the situation. Kezis, the defender, who's stayed back inside the centre circle at the moment, although now he's moved forward a few yards as well. So can Liverpool produce something here? Just over 10 minutes left, still goalless. Need to win this one. Suppose like Kogu came and got nowhere near it in the end. Gavin Burke plays it away towards this near side. Gets the return. Faced by 2 defenders, and Has to come back as far as Curtis Jones, who comes back towards Kirkison halfway, and he'll have to go back as far as Allison now. It didn't work for Liverpool. Now Allison. Angle ball forward.
See that? Nobody's gone for that. I mean, Rio's gone in the end.
Eventually, they'll put the goalkeeper under pressure. The clearance stand, I mean, that was an easy out for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, how can no one be really tight?
Forrest. Ledford, Jones in the way. So what's like left there for Chiesa. He didn't go for the ball in the end, and now it's danger for Liverpool and Doy heads towards the dead ball on left hand side, and Ricochet is off in Doy behind for a goal kick in the end. Got away with that a little bit Liverpool then.
Yeah, cold, wasn't he? Chiesa waited and waited in the middle of the pitch. Not going to get time like that. Got the ball stolen off him.
All right, you just a little bit. Sunderland 1, Fulham 2 now. Another favour with a penalty in that one, so all to play for there, all to play for here at the City Ground. Still goalless here. 0800 73193 333 if you want to give us a call. Craig will be here to take your calls at the end of this one. A game that Liverpool were really looking to win, no doubt about that. Even though they haven't had a great record here at the City Ground. So there's a bit of pressure on the sides. Battling for 4th and 5th place at the moment, and after their first half performance, they have improved in the second half, but haven't been able to find a goal. Kaiser again the wrong side of the player he's supposed to be marking, and then Williams goes in, and the cross comes in, and Allison will come and claim that one, so that danger is over for a moment. So Liverpool with 9 minutes plus the stoppage time to do something about this. Have they got it in them to find a winning goal? Been a bit unsettled down this right hand side, I think, a little bit since Salah went off and Kirkus goes down. That's a foul for Liverpool.
Well, the game's lost its pattern, hasn't it?
It has.
Liverpool have lost a bit of tempo that they did have.
Yeah. They'd worked out what they could do, weren't they, from side to side, and it's been stopped. Gomez and Andy Robertson, two players are going to join the action in a minute as well. Chiesa forward. McAllister now with Chiesa again. This time's got the ball at his feet. Comes forward, plays it wide to Jones. Now with Canate. Chiesa's got a bit of space, he can turn. Once tries, then heads towards the near touchline. Easy challenge. Go for Liverpool. They'll limit that double substitution now. And Gomez for Jones.
It looks that way, doesn't it? I don't know whether.
Yeah, Gomez for Curtis Jones.
So that might have settled for a point.
Is one of them.
This must be Kirkes, surely, for Robertson.
And, yeah, Kirkes for Robertson. So Robertson. Gomez, come on. Again, it's like for like. Kirkes and Curtis Jones, the players who've come off. Well, he wasn't starting the end, Curtis Jones, but he's done okay, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He has done alright, midfield alright, right back.
Gomez's long throw there inside the box. Ball breaks away, only as far as Gravenberg. Trying to control it, didn't quite work for him. And then ball out for a Liverpool throw on this near side. Joe on for his long throws as Joe goes.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen how long it was before, but he's got quite a long one, hasn't he? He's not a million miles away from hyenas.
No. So Gomez with his second opportunity to launch one in. This was the little flick header on there by Van Dijk. Keeper comes and punches it, not the best in the world, and then backed away from danger. So, player down inside the penalty area. It's a Forest player. Whether he got caught by his goalkeeper when he came out, I'm not so sure. There's going to be another throw for Joe Gomez, a bit nearer the goal this time. See now as the ball came in, McAllister was challenging for it. The keeper got a touch on, then he landed on top of Milankovic in the end. So the clock ticking down. What can Joe Gomez do now? Launches it again. Again, Van Dijk trying to get there. Milankovic with the header away. Now Andy Robertson loops the ball back inside the penalty area. Van Dijk had stayed up there. Still inside the penalty area, and then still inside the box as they try and get it away Forest, and they do in the end. Picked up on that far side by backward and brings himself to throw. So 3 long throws. Forest defended it pretty well.
Yeah, they did. Got their head on it first, didn't they? And managed to clear it at the end.
So Forest
It's been stale though, the game.
It has, hasn't it? With the substitutions, particularly, the throws come out of it.
Yeah.
Like you say, I think Liverpool were slowly building heads of pressure, weren't they? And, Gakpo to the left and Salah to the right. But we're seeing quite a fair bit of the ball. Who was underneath that one. And McAllister goes down to the challenge, stays down as well. The Forest go forward with Williams. Heads down this touchline and gets the cross in as well. It's a good looking one as well. Alisson just got a touch on it and a good block in the end, and it needs to be. Still not over Sankara with the shot that's gone wide. I think the shot from Gibbs White was goal down there.
Andy Robertson it was, I think, got his body in the way. An important one. It was a good ball in from Nico Williams. Alisson was struggling for it. He got a palm to it. And then it put to Gibbs White and he struck it. Andy Robertson got out really quickly. And then Sangara pulled one wide.
On the chat there with Virgil van Dijk. Although he was on the pitch, but
yeah, I think they wanted a foul, weren't they, for McAllister. Went down
in the centre of the pitch. Yeah.
He had a head injury as well.
We've seen a few blocks of those over the years, Randy Robertson, and about that. He's the sort of sub that's up to pace straight away when he gets on the pitch. They'll try and break forward again down that far side. The cross comes in, it's a dangerous one. Gomez did the right thing. There's suddenly a little bit of energy from Forest to get towards the end of this one.
Yeah, it was Aina down the right, didn't he? Outpaced Andy Robertson quite comfortably in the end, put a decent ball across, but Liverpool had bodies back. Canate was there and Joe Gomez was there. Took no chances, Joe.
So 3.5 minutes. It's the stoppage time to go. And Forest to get on the back foot for another second half. Finishing strongly here. Corner left hand side. Curled in deep towards the far post. Alisson came and got a punch to it. And we're more on that far side, picks up a loose ball, tried to run away with it, but can't do it. It's won back by Forest again. Sangara's done well, made space, and then the cross took a deflection there. It's gone behind for the corner.
Yeah, it was a decent block from Engamoe. Gave the ball away, but managed to get a block back. Just Forest a corner. This looks like it'll be a left-footed in-swinger. A lot of people around that near post. Forest at the back post at the minute.
Left-footed in-swinger it will be again. It's deep towards the far post this time. It's a bit too deep. Now it's laid off inside the penalty area. Shot is blocked well there by Canate. Still inside the box. Canate again gets a thigh to it. It wasn't a handball. Szoboszlai there, and then eventually away by Ungamoa. McAllister's the early press for Liverpool. Led away by Ortega. Cut out there by Gomez. Ungamoa gets it wide to Joe Gomez. Tight to the near touchline. He's won a throw. So Liverpool with another long throw. But the flow of the game with the substitutions, Liverpool not as good through the gears.
No, they're not. Both teams have suffered with the subs, haven't they? They've come on. There's another long throw though. Chance for Gomez to launch it into the box. Canate's up there. Van Dijk's up there.
A couple of minutes plus the stoppage time to go here. Can Liverpool find a late winner in this one?
Can we get a second ball?
Gomez's long throw then. And towards the near post. A bit of shirt to be going on there. Or is that not the case? Gomez done well there. Gets it back as far as Szoboszlai goes wise to Gomez again. So it's left footed. That's not a good ball. Didn't get any height on it. Canate's done really well to win the ball back though. Now with Ungamoa. Right into the penalty area. A couple of step overs and another one goes towards the dead ball line. Cross towards the far post. Chance for Ekitike. He's made an amazing save and then the rebound has gone in. Off Alexis McAllister, I think it was in the end.
It's the luckiest goal you'll see today. Ekitike should have scored it. Forest players are going around the referee. I don't know what they want, but it was brilliant play from Engamoe. Got down the right. Dinked a lovely little ball. Ekitike was all free at the back post, headed it. The keeper's made a miraculous save. And then I don't know whether it was Sangara tried to volley it away and it's hit the back of McAllister and ricocheted back into his own net.
Perfectly described by Craig Hignett. McAllister's goal in the 89th minute and Liverpool lead at Forest by 1-0.
Yeah, just what you want. You know, they haven't been great, Liverpool. They've battled all afternoon trying to find a bit of form. But it's absolutely brilliant from Engamoe. The keeper's made a brilliant save from Ekatike. And then it was Aina actually who tried to volley it clear. McAllister's jumped in, turned his back, and it's hit him flush on the back and gone into the roof of the net.
Well, we talked about Fulham now leading 3-1 at Sunderland, but we talked about Rio Ungamoa, didn't we? And just what he can do. I mean, and that's what he can do. He can get past defenders and do something.
He can. I thought Joe Gomez had killed his space actually by making it. He made an underlap and run, but then cleared himself, and Ungamoa got himself down to the byline. It was a brilliant ball.
Yeah.
Lovely little dink ball to the back post. Vara looking for an handball here. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance.
What's the handball against? I'm not too sure what that's about. So,
there's no chance.
No. Well, I mean, for me, that's not a handball.
No.
We'll see what VAR says. You never know.
I mean, if that's shot off, it's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
His back's turned.
His
arms really close to his body.
Yeah. Nothing's in a natural place, is it?
No.
And,
it's a goal.
I mean, it's unlucky when you clear a ball like that.
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell off that whether it's hit his back or his elbow or his arm or whatever. That's a disgrace.
Well,
it's an absolute disgrace.
It's an awful decision.
He's been a disgrace today, Andy Taylor. Whoever's in VAR, that's been even shocking.
Well, Paul Tierney,
that's a shock.
Is after VAR today.
I mean, it's a disgrace.
That's
the whole thing.
A poor decision in my opinion. It was a lucky goal, of course it was, but even so. Let's see on the slot's reaction to that.
It's laughable. It's absolutely laughable. I mean, you should scrap VAR now, just through that one decision. I mean, some of the decisions we see given week after week. So all VAR is a method of trying to chalk goals off. That's unbelievable how you could think that's an handball.
It's right. Comes off and McAtee goes on in place again. Palace leading Wolves by a goal to 0 now. 3-1 Fulham lead at Sunderland. We thought Liverpool leading 1-0 here. But, well, McAtee should have scored in the first instance, but
it's a great save from the keeper, but maybe it was a good height for him. When you're 2 yards out like that, he shouldn't have any chance, but
Forest driving forward at the other end, buoyed by that disallowed goal. They're going to call that. Liverpool have conceded long late goals this season. Thought they'd scored one. Didn't count. Corner left-hand side then. So some more defending for Liverpool to do. Dan and Doyle's come across to this near side to take it. So, Doyle will take it now. Doyle will come in from this left-hand side. Doyle deep towards the far post and goes beyond everybody, I think, in the end. And it's turned back in, is it? No, it's gone behind for a goal kick Liverpool's way. So, I mean, all that, I didn't see how much stoppage time we had with all the confusion that was going on, Craig.
No, I didn't.
Liverpool feel hard done by, definitely. I'd say. Playing right to this near side. So Ungamoa is on the right-hand side. So short ball there for Joe Gomez. It's going to be Forest throw. They've been energised by that VAR decision, there's no doubt about it. All of a sudden there's life back in the game.
There is.
There'll be all the talk on the phone in, of course. 0800 731 9333. Want to give Craig a ring. What Craig's view of that disallowed goal is and about VAR in general. Here in the studio, Craig will be here to take your calls. Ungamoa gets caught in possession there deep inside his own half. We're all trying to win the ball back here. So a bit of space. Gomez did really well then. Sangara, well, it wasn't as close as the usual crowd would suggest, but he struck it well enough.
He did, he struck it really well. Allison knew where that was going. Didn't even bother moving.
So it's a goal kick for Liverpool. It's a still time for a winner in this one. short for it. Now he sends it along. So McAllister with the second ball here. He did really want to get the challenge in. It's cleared away. Allen playing that far side for Liverpool throw. So Robertson with the throw back as far as Allison. Game still goes on here. Allison trying to send it long, I think, eventually. He does now. With Chiesa on that far side. He's beaten to the head. Ball played towards halfway. Van Dijk is underneath it. Good header by him. I did well there, but they can't quite find Galoa with it. But then Liverpool do win the second ball. What can Rio in the do now? Twisting, turning it really well. Finds Robertson, first time cross comes in. Chiesa's beyond the far post. It's headed away from danger though. And then hacked down the near touchline, but only as far as Joe Gomez. It's going to be a Liverpool throw. Yeah. So we'll already play 6 minutes of stoppage time. Gomez will take this long throw and Liverpool will wonder whether they'll get a second opportunity here. Gomez. Plays it short then to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Trying to make space for himself. He's wide and then fills it in towards the far post. I can see him trying to get there. The header goes in. It's a decent save. And this time McAllister does turn the ball in. And surely this one won't be ruled out. The crossing by Szoboszlai. The ball was palmed away from danger and Alexis McAllister was there inside the 6-yard box to side foot it home. He celebrates in front of the Liverpool fans for the second time in the space of 5 minutes. And is that the winner? It's Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1.
Well, I'm sure Vara are looking at it now trying to see ways that he can cancel this one as well, because Szoboszlai does brilliant on this side. You think he's lost a chance to cross it, but he finds a little bit of space, shifts the ball. Brilliant ball to the far post with his right foot. And when the header came in, it rebounded back to McAllister, who followed it in really well, tucked it away from about 4 yards out into the back of the net.
Looking for offside.
There's an offside. There's an offside.
I'm looking for offside here.
I think they're going to, this might get given for offside, this one.
We'll wait and see again.
I think Van Dijk might have been offside.
Very close. The ball in.
Ekitike definitely was, but he didn't head it.
No. So far, having a look at this one again. Well, Liverpool going to be denied the second possible winner. Alexis McAllister twice he's had the ball in the back of the net in the last 5 minutes. He wasn't offside, there's no doubt about that.
No, it looks like Van Dijk is just a bit, doesn't it? It depends where the leg of the Forest player is. We can't see it really from here, but it looks like Van Dijk's ahead of it.
On a slightest waiting line with everybody else here. And McAllister close to the referee. And the Forest players think it probably is because they've got the ball back. Well, we'll wait and see. One decision's going against Liverpool. Certainly unfairly, in our opinion, for the first one. And this one has been given. Well, I think McAllister has scored 2 goals, and the one that should have counted actually is the one that's been disallowed.
I mean, we can't see that one properly.
We can't see the line.
It looks like Van Dijk is slightly ahead, doesn't it? But that all depends on where the foot of the defender is that we can't see. Obviously, they're showing it there, the foot of. I think it was Murillo, is it?
I didn't see it. It was back there. I'm not too sure.
I mean, that's so unbelievable, isn't it? That.
So Liverpool are ahead.
But it's only right.
We can say that.
We've got it right. However way they've done it, they've got it right. Eventually, the officials.
We come back to those 2 words, don't we? Well, 3 words if they include and. Clear and obvious.
Yeah.
Liverpool driving forward. Well, we're in the 9th minute of stoppage time. A lot of that has been VAR decisions, obviously. But Liverpool lead by a goal to 0. Alexis McAllister, the goal scorer. And as you say, a lot of credit there too. Szoboszlai for making the space, if you like, to get the cross in.
Yeah, because I thought he'd waited too long. We all expected a long throw, didn't we, from Gomez? There you go.
And that's the final whistle. Liverpool have got the 3 points here. A very important 3 points. Alexis McAllister celebrating. Certainly Forest the better side in the first half. Liverpool much better in the second half.